What is up, guys? It's Max Merck here, and today we're in the 2016 Mercedes-Benz CLA250 4MATIC, and I'm going to take you guys on a little ride with me and show you guys how the car drives and the car handles and performs. So first, let's go ahead and start the car. You can start the car one of two ways. You can either put your foot on the brake and push the dash mounted button to start the car, just like that. Or you can go ahead and remove the button, and you can take your smart key, insert it, and start the car the traditional way. So right now I'm going to show you guys the sticker sheet for the Mercedes CLA250 4MATIC. It is a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbo with direct injection, 208 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. And you do get a 7-speed dual clutch transmission with shift paddles. And you have your all-wheel drive system. You do get eco start-stop function, which will automatically turn off the engine. Moving on, the car does get 27 miles per gallon. 24 city, 33 highway. And then moving on to the optional equipment for this car, as it does have the rear view camera, blind spot assist, panoramic roof, adjustable suspension, bi-xenon headlights, and then the sport package, which comes with the AMG wheels, AMG body styling, perforated brake discs, the premium package, the rear spoiler, and the illuminated Mercedes star. But the only option that really affects the handling of this car is the sport package with the sport brakes, and the adjustable suspension, which is an $850 option and allows you to adjust the suspension of this vehicle. Alright, to start off, the car starts off in comfort mode, and I'll go ahead and put the car in drive, and then the parking brake is on, and as soon as you touch the gas pedal, it'll automatically disengage the parking brake. So let's go ahead and turn around. So while in comfort mode, the car will actually start off in second gear, and it makes it really comfortable to drive. And this car with adjustable suspension, it's very soft. It's just like any other typical Mercedes you'd expect. Everything just kind of flows really smoothly, and we're coming up against a bump right now, and I'll show you guys. It's very smooth. There's the bump. You know, no jolts, very fluid motions, and it shifts the way you'd want. It's a dual clutch transmission. In comfort mode, if I go ahead and put my foot down, it'll downshift and it'll pick up. And the steering is very, very light in comfort mode. And the brakes are really good in this car. The brakes, they stop just the way you want them. And the steering is very direct. So, I mean, it's not very direct, but it's okay. It's kind of numb because we're in comfort mode, but it still goes. It's very light, easy to steer. Comfort mode is comfort mode, exactly how you'd expect it. So if I go ahead and push this dynamic select button one more down, it'll put the car into sport mode. So go into sport mode right here, and then it'll actually start the car off in first gear, and it'll hold gears. You can see it's holding first gear right now. And right now it'll hold the car in third gear instead of upshifting. Now the steering has gotten a lot stiffer. You can noticeably feel a difference, and I don't know if you guys can see in the video, but the car is actually riding a lot rougher. I don't know if you guys can feel that, but it's riding a lot rougher. Whereas if I put it in sport mode, now the car is in sport mode, it's a bit more soft and smooth as it goes over bumps. But I'll put it back in sport mode. It's a lot more fun. Now we're in sport mode. Really do feel when the turbos kick in. They kick in around 4,000 RPM. When they kick in, you really feel it push you back. And then moving on to the rest of the modes, one more down, you get to individual. I'll come back to individual. Next one's eco. It'll put everything into an eco mode. It kind of takes away a lot of the fun of the car, but if you want to save fuel economy, there you go, fuel level low, I mean gas anyway, but that's eco mode for you. So now we're going into this really bumpy road. I'll go ahead and put the car into comfort mode, so you can see everything is pretty smooth, soft, comfortable, rides right over it. Now I'll go ahead and put the car into sport. So more stiff. Now we're on a really gravelly part of the road. We're in sport mode. same gravelly part of the road. To be honest with you, the optional adjustable suspension really doesn't make that much difference. So if you're planning on getting this car, I would probably opt out of the adjustable suspension because it's not really worth the $850. It really doesn't do much. See, I'm going to go over a big hole right now, and you'll feel it. Actually, it wasn't that bad. Anyway, so now we're going to go to my favorite mode. This is called individual mode. So if you go down into individual mode, it'll let you actually adjust the separate modes. So if I go into adjust, I can choose the drive mode. So I have eco, comfort, sport, and manual. So I'll choose manual. You have your suspension settings, sport, comfort, I'll go sport. Steering, you have sport, comfort, I'll go into sport. Auto start stop function, you can choose on or off, I'll go off. Climate control, comfort, eco, comfort, and then that's it. So now we're in individual mode, and I've set it to manual, so I can shift with the paddles myself. So this is a 7-speed dual clutch, as I said. It does shift very quick. As soon as I shift, as soon as I click the paddle, it goes. I know Mercedes has the stereotype that the transmission's really laggy when you want to manually shift, but this car really is different with the dual clutch. So with the suspension, the adjustable suspension, it does perform very, very well. It does perform very, very well on bends or on curves. So I'll go straight right here. And then steering feedback, I do get a lot of feedback. I'm going around this turn right here. It's in sport mode right now. It's pretty heavy. I can really control where I want the car to go. It's very direct. Now I understand this is only a CLA250, but this is a very peppy car. You know, it wants to have fun. It's not your grandpa's Mercedes where you just, it's like a boat. Not at all whatsoever. You know, it really does want to go. So here, first gear. No, this car, it doesn't sound too bad, being the turbo 4-cylinder it is. It has a little growl to it, which is not bad. I like it. You know, we're going in here, on some bends. The engine really does have some pep to it. You know, it'll go at any RPM. When you drive this car hard, it really does go. And you can feel it. It really pushes you back in your seat. I understand it's a CLA250, but the turbos, when the turbos kick in, it really holds you. And that's really great. That's what you'd expect in a car like this. The other day I was actually driving, and I have a friend who's in high school with me, and he has a B8 A4, an Audi A4, the B8 generation, not this generation, the previous generation. And we actually saw him we were on the highway, and we thought we'd do a little roll race, you know, going from 20. It was an empty highway, completely empty. It was nighttime. It was very safe. Conditions were safe, and he had a B8 A4. It's the same thing, a turbo 4-cylinder. And we did a couple roll races, and both times this car actually won. Being a CLA250, this actually beat the A4 twice. They were neck and neck, and then the CLA would kind of nudge forward a bit. But that really surprised me that an A4, I mean, this car could keep up with an A4, being that this is an entry-level car and the A4 is not. So now we're going back in, might as well put it in comfort. Throttle's a lot more laggy now, and now it's a comfortable Mercedes. You know, typical Mercedes, exactly how you'd expect. And then this car has two personalities when you put it in sport mode. This is one of those cars, the sport mode actually makes a difference. Just like the new Audi A4 that I drove and have some videos on. When you put it in sport mode, this car actually does sharpen up a lot, and it truly does make a difference in the car's personality. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos